Warning. Warning. This is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind. Cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone reaching success. Haters coming and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24 hours on the beats and the internet. We fighting like some dogs, showing flaws with no regrets. While we fighting for the same bone on this conquest. Man march occupies my mind frame. Yes, one man army with the heart of a terrorist. In my scope, I can see them haters running. No need to pull the trigger, cause I'm aiming for the sky, cousin.
Haters make me famous.
No need to lie my tracks, man, cause you know I'm the truth. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
Yeah, I'ma wipe off this out the do-rag. So what? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I'm a self-taught fool with knowledge. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I don't give what all y'all think. For real. Haters.
Haters.
I don't take them back seats, I take the front row. If you're on my team, then you're sitting next to me. So loyal to the game, like my wifey and she show. No, I'm headed for the top, so no need for these side shows. My mic blows truth while them fools make it up. My beats be my bullets, fully automatic, spitting blood. In their eyes, I can tell that they hate me while I'm blowing up on the internet. Faithfully, I got the upper hand, man. My fam got faith in me. I'm solid like a rock with my hip hop family. From the 425 through the streets of Miami, whip them deucems up, man. I'm ready for the Grammys. My life be so sweet, yes it's sweet like some candy. So I smile at them haters that can't stand me. I'm a warrior when it comes to this shit. Haters name me famous at
Moshe music. Haters make me famous.
I've been out on these streets since I was 15 and still pushing. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I'm a one-man army. Shit, huh? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
Go ahead and Facebook your mama and cry. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
And remember, haters, you made me famous.
Haters. 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 Haters make me famous. Haters
Do you have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. This message is sponsored by DGS, the Degenerative Gambling Society, aka Cat Nation Live. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon on the East Coast. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever you want to call it, anything in between. Welcome, Cap Nation Live, the Monday Night Football edition. We've got the Dolphins and the Rams on tap. We got NBA. We got NHL. And speaking of NHL, we got NHL here shortly in 5 minutes. We've got college hoops. It is Veterans Day, so first of all, thank you to each and every single one of my fellow brothers and sisters who have served or who are currently still serving. We appreciate each and every single thing that you do for us to keep us safe and being able to live the lives that we live because of your sacrifice and dedication. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Brandon says, I might need that number. It's 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Or is it 888-NEXT-STEP? It's something next step. But I don't think you want to dial it. Never seen a winner come from a quitter. That's for sure. We're the anti-800-NEXT-STEP place today. That we are. We're anti-next step. Woo! Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a day. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow veterans in there or here. If the sheriff shows up today, make sure you wish him a happy Veterans Day. Because the sheriff himself is a veteran. All righty. I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely ready for a big day. Definitely ready for a big day. What a weird day. Les, thank you. I appreciate it. They said join the Navy, see the world, and I saw most of it. I crawled up on many a ships in foreign ports. LaShawn, what's going on? Fender Bender, good morning. Ronald, my brother from another mother, good morning. Brandon, good morning. Says, thank you, Kyle, for your service. I hope your time and effort won't ever be forgotten. Happy Veterans Day to all that have served. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. No Cheeto dust today, Fender Bender. No Cheeto dust. There's no Cheetos in my house, believe it or not. Lay's. My daughter is on a Lay's potato kick. So Princess gets what Princess wants. Todd, good morning. Haven't seen you here in a while. Good morning. Rich, good morning. Says, morning, everyone. Don't forget to take a moment to thank all the veterans, current and serving members today. Absolutely. Sean Freeman, good morning. Mr. Watson, good morning. Leek, good morning. Gennaro, good morning. Joe, good morning. Brian says, Kyle, the FC's NBA game of the month. I knew I had my money back in less than 5 minutes, right? Talk about an over in that one. Woo! By the way, personal plays, premium plays will be up as soon as the live show is done. The live show is not going to be a super long one today. CMM, good morning. Won't be a super live or super live. It's going to be lively. Won't be a super long live show today. Why? Because your boy got hooked up with a free to me, but I had to agree to be recorded golf lesson by none other than Hank Haney himself, Tiger Woods' old golf coach, Mr. One Shot Fix Your Slice. Is it bad that I could have brought somebody with me and I didn't? I ain't bringing anybody I play with. I ain't letting them get better. Fuck that. They'd be taking my money. Later in the week's golf game's getting a new man off the tee box. They're going to be like, where'd this guy come from? All of a sudden, they're going to call me No Slice KJ. Come Friday. Randall, good morning. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, that's hot. That's a hot cup of coffee. So, yeah, so your boy got hooked up with a lesson with performance golf by none other than Hank Haney himself. So, if you're a golfer, then you probably know who he is, and super pumped. I'm gonna get paid by the doctor, right? Gonna get paid by the doctor, my mortgage guy. They be taking my money. The team game, I have not been helping. My Tuesday team game, I have not been helping. Normally, we have a team game. It's I'm an 18 handicap, a solid 18, right? And it's me. What is he? I think he's like I'll look it up. I think he's like a 4 or 5 handicap, and then one of the other guys a 3, and then the other guy's a 11 or a 12. And we get like 1 stroke on him. And I think we get 1 or 2 strokes, 1 on the front, 1 on the back, or 1.5, something like that. I don't even keep track. I just play. And like all I need to do is just make my pars when I'm good for 4 or 5 pars a day, maybe a birdie look, and just make my pars for when he screws up. And the last couple times every time I get a par, my buddy gets a birdie or a par, so it didn't really matter. But I just haven't been holding my own weight lately, so excited to change that. Definitely excited. I mean, how did I make out yesterday? I survived. I'm standing. We lost the Sunday play. We had Minnesota. I had it in a parlay at 4.5, so I escaped on that. So I won some money back on a big parlay. And then we lost I lost the big one on Minnesota, laying 6.5, I think it was. And we had our chance. I mean, all they had, Sam Darnold just didn't need to get sacked. They never even got a touchdown. They win the game with what? 5 field goals? And they could have had a 6th, but Darnold got sacked on 3rd down. It took him out of field goal range, so they punted it away. And thought we were going to get it there. I mean, fucking how many interceptions in the end zone. It was a weird game, that's for sure. But we dropped that one. The FC group came back with an NBA game of the month in the evening time on the over in the Golden State Warriors game. Easy winner. Overall, I made a couple other wagers late. One helped me big time, and then one did not. So I was actually texting Jesus, and Jesus saw my tickets. We were texting about the Jets game because I had the Jets. Yeah, I guess I got to learn my lesson on the Jets fucking the hard way. Not once, but twice. I said I'd never bet them again, and here we are betting them against Arizona. And I got murdered on that game. But I made it back, live betting. I'm looking, and it's like halftime, not even the half. And I look, and James Conner's receiving yards, he was at 61, and FanDuel had it at 61.5. But when you look at what he was tracking on their website, it said that he only had 11. And I was like, and I kept looking somewhere. I looked on all the websites, ESPN, NFL.com, Scores Mobile, and I was like, no, he's got 61 receiving yards. Like, this is an error on FanDuel. And so I instantly bet to win $1,000 on, $1,500 on the over 61.5 receiving yards. He already had 4 checkdown passes. Or 3 checkdown passes at that time. And then, like, 1 minute later, boom, he got a checkdown pass, and I cashed that one. And I was like, okay, he's at 67. And FanDuel moved it to 67.5, but it only showed on their website 21 now. Showed that he had 21, but he needed, the total was over 67.5. And I'm like, there's an error here. Somebody's messed up big time. I fired my whole account, which I had a lot of money outstanding, so I didn't have a bunch still in there. I think it was just under $5K that I threw with all my other open bets. I threw $5,000 on the over. James Conner over, I think it was 67.5 at that time. And then it went to half. And I was like, well, he's got to get 1 check down pass in the second half. I mean, at least 1. And he ended up getting it like super quick. And we cashed that one. I think he bet it because I texted it to him. I was like, this has to be an error. What do you see on yours? And I murdered that one. I mean, I made like $8K alone on just that one prop. And just by looking, that's the second day in a row I caught FanDuel slipping. 2 out of 3 days because I caught them. Oh, no, it was late Saturday night, too. So 2 days in a row. I was thinking the Fresno State game that I hit live. That's 2 days in a row I caught caught FanDuel slipping on a line that I absolutely murdered. And then I took a dumb bet and gave 5 of my profit back. I literally gave 5,000 back. But it was 5,000 that I had outstanding to win. I think it was like 19 grand on Braylon Allen. He was at 30 yards rushing. He needed a half a yard. And I was like, there's no way the Jets play Rodgers and Hall in the third or the fourth quarter. They're getting blown out. And they played them the entire fourth quarter, even though they were getting blown out. And that last drive, Braylon Allen never even came in. And they ended up putting their third man back in, I think, at one point. Their third back came in, and Allen didn't even get another snap. So I thought for sure fourth quarter, Rodgers getting blown out. They're going to put the rookie in. Braylon Allen's just going to, go wild. I need literally 1 yard. 1 yard. And they got $5,000 back on me. But overall, I mean, I survived. I survived a Sunday. I survived a bad Sunday. Theoretically, it was a bad Sunday, but I survived somehow. Man, I never bet that. And I'll say it again. They burnt me 2 times every year. So until next year, Jets, we'll see you again. What's the most solid place to find real? I mean, they all have the same. Everything's the same live. ESPN stats are live. NFL.com's live. Yahoo Sports is live. Far as live in-game stats, they're all legit right there. After the play's done, they're all updated. So, but yeah, I got lucky and somehow survived a bad Sunday. So looking for a big Monday. After a bad Sunday, looking for a big Monday. Alrighty. Let's see here. What's up, Mo Harris? Any college basketball picks? Possibly. Henry says the Jets are on the no-bet list for me. Yeah, they are definitely on the no-bet list moving forward. Got to, right? Got to. Anybody know if the Canadians game is being streamed? Canadians and the Sabres game? It's got to be on one of these channels, right? Just trying to get some sports up, you know? Mr. Grover, what's going on, sir? That was too big of a sip for such a hot cup of coffee. Alrighty. Sure would be nice to find out where this game is on live. CBC if you're in Canada. I was about to say, Rich, CBC is no help, brother. CBC is no help. Is that the Canadian Broadcasting Channel? It's gotta be, right? I would think that it being Veterans Day and it's a morning day game, that it would be streamed somewhere. I mean, I could always go to the, illegal streaming site and stream it, but, I'd like to be able to put it up on the TV. Not on NBC Sports, that is. I like that, CBC. Stream East. I don't even know what that is. I'm just trying to get it on the Fire Stick somehow. We like to call it the Communist Broadcasting Channel because of our Prime Minister. I love it. I love it. I will say that there is a streaming site, like if you don't want to buy pay-per-views or it's just for sports. It's Meth Streams and then .com. I don't want to say what it is in case we get in trouble for saying it. It's legit. I learned about it on somebody's TikTok, and I was like, okay. Now, I mean, I buy the pay-per-views. I'm not if I'm going to sit down and watch the entire UFC, I'll buy the pay-per-view. But, watch. Guaranteed, the NHL is up there. Or it should be. If they didn't have hockey, I'd be surprised. Because, I mean, they put everything out there. Let's see, NHL streams. Oh, they don't have any NHL today. Boo on them. As I just pump them up, they do me dirty like that, huh? Oh, well. Shit out of luck. Sabres score yet? I like the first period over. Mr. Grover, you had lunch with your dad? Awesome. That is pretty cool. Reminds me I need to call my dad and wish him a happy Veterans Day, too. I come from a long line of military members, specifically Navy, in my family. All right, let's jump into it because we're not going to be live for too long. I guess it don't matter what I got on the screen behind me. It don't matter what we got. Oh, man. But I will say, I am definitely looking forward to today's games. Now, Monday Night Football, I'm not so excited about. Monday Night Football, I think it's going to be a tough matchup. I think it's a tough matchup no matter what side you want to be on. I think it's a tough matchup for the game period. You've got the Rams, whose like entire offensive line is out, it seems, with injuries. Got some questionable players as well. Ramsey and Beckham making a return back to SoFi Stadium, obviously for the other side. FanDuel does have a 30% profit boost for this game on any live wager. I'm surprised there's no sweat tokens or anything like that. By the way, the Canadians just scored. So if you took the over 1.5 in the first period, you're on your way to success. They scored at the 4-minute and 28 seconds mark. By the way, a goal in the first 5 minutes was plus 168. Goal in the first 10 minutes was minus 152. Over 1.5 was just minus 130. Should have ching. I only know because I'm a degenerate and I bet all that. Had to have some action this morning, right? You're going to give me morning action. We're going to fire. Any thoughts on Stafford to throw an interception? I don't think Stafford throws the ball as, that Stafford to throw an interception is definitely live. I think they are built around the run. How much they run today, that I don't know. You look in their very last game, and I'm pulling everything up, and I'm not overly excited about this game. Stafford did throw the ball 44 times. 44 times. They ran the ball a total of 22. 23, actually. 1-1. Really? Yeah. There we go. Quick way to make 236, 1,030, and 215. Not a bad way. We're on our way. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so back to this game. I think we see a lot of runs out of the Rams, but with offensive linemen being out, questionable, injured, not playing at 100%, how effective are they? One, being able to create gaps so that Williams can run, or how good are they going to be holding that pocket so Stafford has time to move the ball downfield? I think Stafford is going to have to get that ball out quick. I think it's going to have to be an under 2-second hold it. 2 to 2.5 seconds. He's going to have that ball out of his hands, if not faster. I don't think he's going to have much time today. Struggling Dolphins. The struggling Dolphins. The old fish out of Miami. They're fish out of water being in LA looking for their third win. They held Buffalo in their last game on November 3rd in check. And I don't want to say in check. They gave up 30 points, but they ultimately lost. And they lost to a 61-yard field goal. Gennaro says, good Monday start. Hell yeah, right? Brandon says, you count better than that cashier. Oh, my God. That was his third time counting that. I just had to just be like 10, 6, 75. You look at the stats when Miami played Buffalo on the road. Tua went 25 of 28 for 231 yards. He had 2 passing touchdowns. He only ran the ball twice. I don't expect him to try and run it very much, obviously. The Dolphins run the ball? Yeah. Dolphins, yes. What they run? 28, 29? 29 times, not including Tua's 2 QB runs. Tyreek Hill had 4 for 80. Now, is Tyreek Hill playing? That's the big question. Going to be a game time decision. You're not going to know for 90 minutes before. An hour and a half before the game, you'll know if Tyreek's playing. They ain't going to let you know if he's playing or if he's not playing. He's listed as a game time decision. Questionable. I think if the Dolphins want to have a chance to win, they're going to need Tyreek Hill in. Without him catching the ball, I don't know. I mean, their running backs accounted for 10 of their 25 passes or their receptions. Lex, what's going on? Out of the backfield. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 1,001. How do you go from 10,000 to counting 100 and go from 10,000 to 1,001, 1,002? Huh? At least I was counting. So Tyreek Hill being in, even if he's only targeted 5 times, even if he doesn't have 100 yards, he's going to draw the best corner. He's going to draw double coverage in certain scenarios, if not the whole game, which allows somebody else to be open. So even if he's not 100%, if he's goable, I mean, if he's halfway goable, I fully expect him to be in the game. As far as actually betting this game goes, man. Dolphins plus 2.5, minus 106. The Rams laying 2.5. I liked the way the Rams played last week. The Rams last game getting Puka Nacua back, Cup back. I liked the way the Rams played. There's a lot of people out there that are not giving the Rams much credit. Or even though they're the favorite here, there's not a lot of people that are giving the Rams a lot of opportunities today. They might be favored laying 2.5, minus 142 on the money line, but there's not a lot of people. If you go out and you listen, and I mean, even just the guys in the office just talking from what they hear, there's not a lot of people riding high on the LA Rams today. Me personally, Dolphins had Tua back last week. They didn't win that game. They were up at the half 10-6. And then they got outscored 24-17 in the second half. The Rams defense held the Seahawks to 20 points. Before that, they held the Vikings to 20. Keep in mind, they just beat the Vikings and the Seahawks. Seahawks in Seattle, Vikings at home at SoFi. Before that, they beat the Raiders. They held them to 15 points. They gave up just 24 to the Packers. They gave up 24 to the Bears. And they beat the Niners in the beginning of the season, week 3, 27-24. They held the high-paced, they held the Lions to 26. I think the Rams defense can keep the Dolphins in check. I do lean towards the Rams. That's the early lean. Got a little more work to do. I don't have any plays on this as of right now other than what I showed you guys in Monday Night Football. As far as the total goes, I can see this game coming down to literally the last drive to see if it goes over or stays under. That total of 48.5 is, I think, priced right. I can see this being a 21-27, 26-20, 21-24, and then I can see it being a 31-28 game. I think it's going to be a very good competitive Monday Night Football game. I think there's more opportunities to make money in the prop game. I think there's some stuff that is definitely more viable. Cooper Kupp plus 135 to get a touchdown. Who did Stafford throw to in their last game? Robinson got 2 grabs. And by the way, he's all cleared. He is all cleared. He's plus 270. He's plus 270. He had 6 catches for 94 yards last week. He's had 4 touchdowns in 2 games. You can't tell me he's not Mr. Reliable for Matthew Stafford. Demarcus Robinson plus 270 for a touchdown. Fenderbender says, don't forget the two touchdowns that he got in the last game. Both Kupp and Nakua were back. And remember, who's going to draw all the coverage down in the red zone? When they get down in the red zone, who are they going to draw? Who's going to draw the best cornerbacks? Yep. Kupp and Nakua. Who's going to be left open? Yeah, that number 3 guy in the slot. Well, Kupp will be in the slot, but... He had 6 grabs for 94 yards with a 39-yarder in the last game against Seattle. Again, 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. One-yard touchdown catch in the red zone. And then he had that 39-yarder deep for a touchdown when he beat the defender. Robinson plus 270, I think, is a viable option. Obviously, Kyron Williams, but I mean, I think you'd have to lay that into a parlay at minus 195, unless you just want to lay 2-1, for him to run one in. He did not have one last week at 22 carries for 69 yards. On the Miami side, I think a lot of the key players today get overlooked when it comes to deep in the red zone. Don't short Odell Beckham Jr. coming back to SoFi Stadium at plus 500. That was weird. My computer just flashed something, said verify. Oh, I think it was verifying my identity for FanDuel. Or my location. Odell Beckham Jr. is plus 500, plus 3,200 to be the first touchdown of the game. last week. Obviously, catches out of the backfield were Tua's favorite target. Beckham had 3 grabs for 15 yards. Oop, clicked on the... Go back there. Go back. Other page. There we go. Jalen Waddle, 1 touchdown on the year. In the last game, he had 2 receptions for -4 yards and a touchdown. Don't have any Kmart Blue Light special, right? I think Odell Beckham Jr. is more of a distraction than anything. Tyreek Hill plus 140. You don't know if he's going to play or not. Waddle has always been a big target for Tua. Nix has just woke up in Vegas. Hell yeah. I would not be surprised to see Waddle in the mix for a touchdown. He's plus 165. The stats most recently don't support it, but there hasn't been a lot of Tua action, so let him get in there, especially if Hill's out. I think if you're going to be betting touchdowns on the Dolphins, you got to base it on if Tyreek Hill is in or out. By the way, Tua to run one in is plus 1,200. I don't think, they're going to take too many opportunities on Tua getting hit in the head, but at plus 1,200, if he's cleared to play, he's cleared to fucking play. Tua to run one in at plus 1,200. Doesn't have one on the whole year. Nobody's expecting him to run. Renaud says, first quarter under 9.5 at plus 108. They only scored over this number one time in the last 4 meetings. Thoughts? Well, I think you got to take out all the other 4 meetings because it's obviously new player personnel, new teams, new positions for the most part. Obviously, the Staffords, the Tuas, the Cups. The Rams have never really been, and at least in the last 2 or 3 years, been big scorers in the first quarter for me. You look at their game against the Seahawks, there was nothing. Then there were 16 points in the second. We've bet a lot of Rams first quarter overs over the years, and we've gotten toasted on it. Now, against the Vikings, there was 21 first quarter points. Against the Raiders, there was nothing. Against the Packers, there was just 7, and that was by the Pack. Against the Bears, there was just 3, and that was by the Rams. Against the Niners, there was 14, all by the Niners. Against the Cardinals, there was 14, all by the Cardinals. Against the Lions in that 46-point game, there was only 3 by the Rams in the first quarter. Theoretically, betting the under in the first quarter is a good option when it comes to LA Rams. Dolphins, take a quick little gander at it. And by the way, I only got about 15 more minutes, so while we're diving deep into this one, I only have about 15 more minutes, and then I have to get out of here, unfortunately, today. Dolphins against the Bills, there was only 6 in the first quarter. Against the Cardinals, there was 10, all by Miami. Against the Colts, there was 7 by Miami. Against the Patriots, there was 10. Against the Titans, in a game where we saw 43 points, there was 0 scored in the first quarter. Against the Sea Chickens, 20 scored in the first quarter. Against the Bills, where they lost 31-10, there was 14. Week 1 against the Jags, there was 7. I'm not opposed to an under in the first quarter. I just think there's so many things that can make it go over that I usually stay off of it myself. So I'll generally pass on it. Cooper Kupp's receiving yards over 66.5. I think there's a good case for that one. Robinson over 27.5. I like it. Which you guys already know that if you watch the daily free play video. Mostert out of the backfield over 7.5. He's broke that the last 2 games. Like that. Leak Jackson, when does the guaranteed soccer game come out? I was told that that's on Thursday. I was told the soccer game of the week is on Thursday this week. Guaranteed NHL game is on Tuesday. Guaranteed NHL game is on Tuesday. That is tomorrow, just so you guys know. The NHL guaranteed play is tomorrow. Just letting you guys know. I found that out this morning. Looking at rush props. Kyron Williams over 84.5. I think they run the ball a lot today. I do. Does he get to 84.5? I don't think he does, to be honest. I would rather not bet it than bet the under, though. You wouldn't catch me dead betting the under. I mean, it just takes one 40-yard rip, and that whole prop is done, you know? Mostert over 27.5. If he gets 10 carries, I think he should be able to do it. Let's see here. Other than what I put out already, I'm not a huge fan, and I'm telling you guys props that I like, and I already lean towards the Rams. I don't have a play on it. I probably will later. Got a little more dumpster diving to do. If you watch the daily free play video, gave you guys one that I really like. As far as a prop for a free bet. That I like. How about a college basketball game today? You guys want a college basketball bet that I'm going to be giving? I know you guys do. Ronald, I scored a free lesson with Hank Haney himself, Tiger Woods' old golf coach. Mr. One Shot Fix Your Slice. So, yeah, I gotta get my money back somehow, right? Now, I've actually wanted to book a lesson, a weekend package with him for 8 hours, and you probably don't even get much time with him. You get his assistance. It's $5,000. Legit. So I scored an hour session at one of the indoor places. So I said, yeah, I will absolutely be there. Golf clubs are in the Corvette, ready to go. Just got to change my shirt and pants, put on some golf attire, and we'll be good to go. College basketball today. Because there is a game that I'm going to give you guys that I do like. I hope that's okay. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. It was my pleasure. How are we looking today? I like what I'm going to be putting out today. If you're on board for today, I think you'll like it as well. I think you'll like it as well. Give me 1 second here, and I'm just double checking what I need to check. I mean, there's some stuff that I like, Fender Bender, and obviously that'll be part of, my personal plays. But other than that, I mean, what I've given out, as far as props is what I like. Mercer and DePaul. DePaul 2-0 coming out of the Big East. Mercer 1-0. They had a gimme game against Virginia Lynchburg, and they smoked them by like 71 points. That's not what you're going to see today. That's not what you're going to see today. They get DePaul today. 2-0 DePaul, who put the beat down by 31 points over Prairie View. DePaul laying 8.5. Putting a bet up on the screen for you guys in college basketball. DePaul laying 8.5. And then I'm going to address your questions on Monday Night Football members only. Yada, 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 yada. So there's that one, right? There's that bet. DePaul laying 8.5. I literally just bet it. $900 to win $750. Randall, my game of the week is not until Friday. My game of the week will be on Friday of this week. DePaul laying 8.5. As far as this week's schedule, if you go to our website, cappersdirect.com, and you can look on the front page below where the videos are. It'll say the Guaranteed Play Week package, and it actually advertises what day the games are. Sorry, I screwed up. NHL game of the week is not tomorrow. Tomorrow is, and I didn't even know this. Let me double check this, make sure it's correct, and they didn't make a mistake, because I must have had them flip-flopped. So I think I had them flip-flopped because tomorrow, on the 12th of November, the FC Group is putting out their college basketball game of the month. College basketball game of the month is on Tuesday the 12th. I originally said the NHL game was tomorrow, but I never know those guys' schedules or the FC Group schedule on when they're putting out games. But Tuesday, tomorrow, is college basketball. And then I'm going to assume it's, I know, assuming is like anything, Wednesday, or is it Thursday? It's either Wednesday or Thursday is the NHL game of the week. I will confirm that, and I'll make sure they put it out in an email, and I'll make sure that they also give me the information to put in tonight's video for tomorrow. I'm going to take this bet down off the screen because you guys asked for a members-only free play, and I know why. I know why you guys want another same-game parlay, because if you saw yesterday's same-game parlay, you guys got not one but two. I gave out two same-game parlays for everybody on our YouTube members only. Here was the first one. Just a little plus 237. Armand St. Brown, 40-plus alternate receiving yards. Gibbs over 15.5 receiving yards. That was his full game yardage. And then Laporta alternate over 25 receiving yards. This was a plus 237. As you can see, I bet 500. I cashed out $16.89 for a profit of $1,189. We weren't done there yet because I bet that, and I also bet it with touchdowns, which boosted it to a plus 1143. It was actually a plus 880. I used my 30% profit boost. I wish they had a 50% for this one. And I wish I would have went back in and bet it for more, but I didn't. I just bet it for the 200 because that's the max they let me use a profit boost on. I took the same parlay that we did, but I added Joe Mixon and David Montgomery anytime touchdowns which made it a plus 880. Used my 30% profit boost, boosted it to a plus 433. And this one cashed again, $200, won me back $2,487.38. Take out the $200 that I bet for a net profit of $2,287.38. So yet again, we cash another big one for the members only. CMM said it saved my weekend. I'm glad that it did. I'm glad that it was able to help you. I hope it helped all of you guys. I know a bunch of you guys text me as well, copies of your tickets and how much that it helped, even if you weren't on our plays, just in general. I always want to deliver big wins no matter what. So I am working on one for tonight. It'll be out after my little golf thing. It won't be out before because I'm literally getting ready to run. But it will be out after. Is for the Cap Nation family side, which I said yesterday that on Sunday everybody would have access to the Sunday one, and on Monday it's the one for the $14.99 and up. So if you don't have that, time to hit that upgrade button and go pay an extra $5 so you guys can get more big ones like yesterday's. And literally in one video, in one video, it pays to be a YouTube exclusive member. If you're not a YouTube exclusive member, if you're not a member here on YouTube, how do you do it? It's not expensive. It gives back to the channel. That helps you guys deliver free plays day in and day out. I mean, we finally lost a free play yesterday. Finally lost. After a lot of wins. Like 3 weeks straight of winning. It costs $9.99 a month to get the basic, and it costs $5 more than that. $14.99 a month to have the Cap Nation family. And what's the difference between the two? Both will get you access to the Saturday live show, where we have a members-only live show. Both get you access to videos that only you guys get, that the general YouTube doesn't get. But that $14.99, why is it different? Because it gets you access to more videos, like the same game parlay that I'll be putting out tonight, which I like. And who knows, there might be two variations, kind of like yesterday. There might be two variations, but I think we'll cash another one today. So I just put the link in the comment section. You click the join button down below, the $sign, depending on what you guys see, or just click that link down below. So don't miss out. All right, there's your free play right there. DePaul laying 8.5. College basketball, as far as the game goes, I've got a prop out in the daily free play video. I think, again, if you missed this video, if you missed what we put out in Monday Night Football, rewatch. You can. We talked a lot about props. Brandon does the guaranteed play package from last week roll over the losing games this week. So if you were on my game of the week last week, you'll get a makeup. So whatever game was part of your package that lost, you'll get just that game. So like, we won soccer, we lost mine, you'll get that. Saturday, you'll get that. Yeah, you definitely get the makeups. But the other ones that you won, you won't get the makeup. If there's, if you were to buy today, you get, obviously, everything that we have this week. But if you bought last week and you got FC's NBA Game of the Month yesterday, you're not going to get his NBA game or college basketball Game of the Month tomorrow because you already won on his. So yeah, if we drop one, you'll get the makeup for just that one, 100%. That's the cool thing about that package. You can't really go wrong, you know? Can't really go wrong. All right, guys, I am out. Enjoy your day. I was told, because I'm reading an email, because Jay is paying attention, that the FC Group's college basketball game is tomorrow. The college basketball game of the month for the FC Group is tomorrow. The package will be on the website to purchase in approximately 5 minutes. He sent that 2 minutes ago. And he says that Game will be posted at one point this afternoon. There you go. So, the FC groups, college basketball game of the month, will be posted later today. So don't miss out. All right, guys, I am out. Enjoy that free play, and let's make some money today. Good luck, everybody.